So a bunch of wrestling stuff going on the Saturn Memories Discord. I've been talking to them like 2-3 hours about wrestling. I'm gonna recap all the news. I'm just going for us till 4 he starts saying stuff. The Lone Heel and Cody's babyface stable. MJF has to turn on Cody Rhodes at AEW Full Gear. Here's my reasons for that. So he put a stipulation that'll be very costly to Cody Rhodes' career. Like there's possibilities he wins, then we don't have to worry about it. There could be a screw job ending. But like MJF is built up as this ultimate heel by like Jim Cornette, by all the fans. He's an obnoxious guy. And like the perfect place for it to do it. They can even put up a storyline where they say it's MJF's idea to do this. And then MJF finally, everybody's waiting for him to screw over Cody, and this would be the perfect time, costing him the world title for long-term history. Even though it's weird because Cody's the booker. Sam always says he's not sure if it's going to happen because it's too obvious. Jericho's winning dirty somehow. Apparently it's Jericho's birthday tomorrow, according to Brian Alvarez. Should have lost it this AEW to preserve his young age, where he did 2004 holds and drinking the bubbly rock stars and stuff. I guess Bill Watts and all those guys from Cody Rhodes' promo have to show up. Cody's actually a former NWA and ROH champ. He's only the AEW world title. I'll get back to that in a moment. Let's see what Sam Rivers said. Taking forever to load. So Saturn Memories on who he wants to win for AEW Full Gear. He doesn't care about Priestley, Baker. He doesn't care about Spears, Janela. He wants Omega to beat Moxley. He wants Pac to beat Page because he's a great heel, because he's a great wrestler, etc. Doesn't care about the Bucks versus LAX. Always said he wants Bucks to win versus LAX. He doesn't care if Lucha. He just wants SCU to lose. Jose K. He wants Jericho to win. I want Priestley to win because internet seemed tired her. I want Spears to win because he hasn't done much since the Cody match. Omega to win because he actually had a 5-star match. I bet it's very close. You can't really lose either way. I'd rather it not be a hardcore match. I find stipulation unnecessary, especially since Moxley has staph infection. I want Pac to keep the streak going. I want the Bucks to finally show off and get a win, especially on the pay-per-view. Match quality is more important over win or loss. Lucha Bros versus I want Lucha Bros to win because Pentagon still has a short Impact World title run. It's still a draw, as shown because of ROH or AEW pay-per-view, but like it showed like he can draw versus Omega. Jericho, he's a world title guy. Jericho should win because of his promos. What other stuff? Stream on the Discord. I'll go see more on the recap of stuff. That's way too far. It's like sport, video game stuff. Sarah Memories told me Cody won the NWA World Heavyweight Championship at All Out. Doesn't mean anything for the storyline versus AEW. I disagree because it actually happened at AEW. Like, they don't really talk about it. I guess they talk about it a little bit, but not as much since NWA is a competitor now. He's not really talking about now. 2010s, they sort of broke the taboos on who won what title. Impact talks about WWE title this and JPW that. Sam Myers talks about. He said it wasn't exactly taboo, we just didn't mention other promotions by name. Flair took the big old belt to the WWF in the early 90s. He called him the real world champ. They didn't call him the WCW champ, though. I guess Bischoff was that stuff saying fully won title on Raw. Bischoff telling Shivani orders. They do sort of mention Flair's championship of the WCW single booker, not that common. WWE doesn't want to talk about WCW instead of like its failure or getting bought by WWE. And WCW and AEW are like blank won the title 5 times in WWE. And WCW and AEW are like, this guy won the title 5 times in WWE now. New Japan routinely works with US promotions. Still debate that WCW can make a comeback with the NWO, Sting, Flair, and Hogan. Even though that was, however, the problem with that is that it was like 20 years ago. WWE fans and even me, smart guy from science high school, so remember stuff from the last 5 years when it comes to wrestling. People can't even remember that Rollins wasn't booed on Twitter last year. And I already forgot that Becky Lynch called out Edge for his affair with Lita. I haven't heard any mention of AEW. I haven't heard. Oh, sorry, Sam Murray says I haven't heard AEW mention the WWE Championship by name. I guess New Japan does that allow the US more than me. Anytime WWE comes up, AEW is normally taking shots at them, such as the promos by Jericho and super creative. I don't think Japan would mention a former GHC, DDT, HGPW champ, Triple Crown champ. I actually don't think Kenny's ever mentioned his past reigns with any company while in AEW. Probably true with a lot of the AEW talent. Getting across to wrestling and whatever. Santa Memories doubts New Japan Food any US promotion as a direct competitor. Guess we'll see how New Japan America works out, he says. XT Japan 2. New Japan fucked over everyone, buying Stardom. Actually, it's not that bad considering that they can just wait till the Warren wrestlers become free agents. Or returning my upsetness about NXT Japan trying to buy Pro Wrestling Noah. Sam Marys doesn't think an American wrestling promotion can succeed in Japan. WWE might have lied in the 2000s, but there were some Japanese fans wearing Bradshaw hats when they visited Japan. Microsoft. Sam Marys thinks Jim Cornette hates everything about AEW except Cody Rhodes, Chris Jericho, and MJF. And Jim Ross and Tony Schiavone, according to Sam Marys. Adam Memory says he feels Dynamite has been mostly good. I'll be at one. He's reacting. He always looks like he's like mad upset and stuff. He says far from perfect. He says it's very frustrating, but he doesn't dislike it. Only more than that. Man, I got past the Game Pass part again. I feel like Shivani. So Sam Memories thinks Shivani's role in AEW kind of sucks. I think Excalibur has really done a phenomenal job recently on AEW Dynamite and Dark and everything he's in. He doesn't explain the Lucha Mask, and Cornette has an issue with that. But he actually knows who the hell the wrestlers are, which is more than Shivani and Jim Ross have said. I'm doing Jim Ross now, not knowing his name. He knows the staff, he knows the matches. When criticizing Excalibur with the mask, he said he's mentioned on air that he's a wrestler. He thinks that's enough. I said ask Cornette, and then I said, if it was a Destroyer Mil Mascaras, Cornette would not say shit. Still didn't look up who the Destroyer had good matches with. I'm gonna look up who he wrestled on my blogger. So I'm looking it up on YouTube. What was the Destroyer's best matches? Look up Destroyer Wrestling. No, Maskers versus Destroyer. That's so bad that I can't remember that. That was the epic feud. 1973 in Japan. So bad I couldn't remember that even though that was in the freaking sentence. Oh boy. Saturn Memory said Cornette made some good points here and there, but he's mostly wrong with the AEW talent. They got good talent. I say, like, he's trashing with Darby Allin. He's the future of the company. He has a look. He can sell action figures. He's a talented wrestler. Sam Memories doesn't like Allen or Havoc, which is the biting thing. Havoc's barely on TV. Allen, forget. They barely have anything for him after his world title match. They can market the Allen thing with the all-in typing. He's not a former ROH or TNA talent, so it fits in Meltzer mode. Some guys aren't going to be on all the time. I'm very curious about Meltzer's criticisms of like Impact, why it failed, and how like they're not going to WCW, AEW, which is a failure of generating the WCW crowd, and they're basically just getting the Impact crowd now, which can't really help because like, well, the problem is they don't do tag rope thing, and they have an X Division style. They're using all these moves that no one had before, and the tag ropes and everything. Like, all these rules are very different from the WCW style. It's like going from regular fouls in the 90s to like the open court fouls in 2010s. So think about the sizes of the AEW Dynamite matches being 15 minutes. Talked about MJF wrestling color. Sam Memories like Pac versus Trent. It's about the finish. Because there's, for Dynamite, every week their opening match is solid. I think every match should be pay-per-view quality. Maybe I'm so used to New Japan Pro Wrestling, but even then they don't have all pay-per-view quality matches. Pac vs. Trent was the best one this week. If they're going to do that, just have every match be pay-per-view quality. Impact tried to do that at one point in the Fox Sports era after the weekly wrestling matches with Russo. Feels like they're just giving the wrestlers a paycheck. Trying to keep it 15 minutes even though they shouldn't be. Tag title sort of has to be, and wasn't a good match. Hogan and Jericho's tag matches. I've gone on for 23 minutes. I'll cover the rest of this later. Enjoyed. Have a good night. Moi and you.